here we are again. It's the third day of IFA 2015. We're in hall 16. It's slowly filling up. I mean, it's a Sunday morning. It's 10 in the morning, and it started to rain. While we had amazing weather on Monday, where I was actually really missing my ACs that I have. I have like 3 ACs in Taipei in my apartment, so I'm just not used to this anymore, to the weather over here. And now it just got cold. We just got straight from the summer into the autumn in just like 2 or 3 days. At least it's not an open air show, so we're sitting here in our studio, we're pretty safe. Guys, we're going to talk a little bit about consumer electronics. Of course we're going to talk about consumer electronics because we're at the biggest publicly available consumer electronics show in the world, which is the IFA here in Berlin, and which is also the most important one for the industry because this is right before the Christmas season is about to start. And I'm very, very happy to talk to Herbert Schönebeck. He is Vice President for Consumer Electronics at LG Electronics. Now, I know I said like 3 times electronics in one sentence. That's amazing. Herbert, good morning.
Yeah, good morning from my side, Sascha.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on an early Sunday morning. I know that is sometimes a little bit rough because this show is, it's a little bit exhausting after a while.
Kind of exhausting, but being in sales, I know this kind of feeling, and I'm looking forward to the end. But now I'm looking really forward to talk to press, to customers, and also thank you for having me here.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for joining us. We've already had your Director of Corporate Communications over here, Ken Holm, that I know for ages, and we've been talking a lot about products, but more of the traditional product, what's going on in the mobile space, like your new smartwatches. I mean, the special gold version that you have right now. We've been talking about the LG G4, which is still one of my favorite phones that is out there. But I think a lot of people don't really know how much of a portfolio you guys have, right? It's not only about the mobile devices. You're also one of the leading developers when it comes to display technology, and this is something that we need to address.
Right, I think people always forget if they talk about LG, most end customers, they only knew the product, but as a matter of fact, we have LG Chemicals, we have LG Displays, and we have LG Electronics. And for us as LG Electronics, those 2 sisters like LG Chemicals and LG Displays is a really superior benefit to have them in our company, because if you talk about TV later on, you will see there are some really basic technology which are developed and created by them, and at the end they are ending up in a product which have a benefit for the end customer. And so LG is really great and very widespread in terms of technology.
It's also quite interesting how your different divisions are working together and new products are coming out of this. Are one of the leading companies when it comes to the development of OLED technology, which is of course also waterfalling down to your mobile devices.
Right, OLED. You know, OLED for me, I'm responsible for consumer electronics. TV is the most important part, but as you say, it's mobile devices, tablet, but also we have seen some kind of rolling models for car industry that they have in the display in the car already on OLED technology. So OLED is a breaking new technology which will be in many different consumer products in the future. And as I said, one of the main usage is TV.
Yeah, and you have a massive booth over here each and every year at IFA. No, it's not a booth, it's a hall.
Right.
Right. There's one huge hall belonging to LG, right?
It's getting bigger and bigger. You know, we need that space to show all our new products, as a matter of fact. So really, this time we are in hall 18 and everything is full. You know, everything is crowded in the afternoon because so many products, so much technology.
Yeah. I mean, IFA in general is a little bit of a different show. For example, if you compare this to CES, first of all, the public can get in here, which also gives you guys the chance to talk to your potential customers, you know, face to face, to actually see their reactions on your products. You know, what's the most exciting product here in our hall. But also, it's been a show for ages that was also showcasing what's happening in the home appliance market, what's happening also for companies like you guys, happening with smart homes in the future. And you have a huge portfolio there.
Right, you're saying, IFA has developed over decades now, and now we are talking not longer about only brown goods, we are talking about smart home, connected devices, home appliances, as you said. Everything is working together in a household, and that's why people are coming. Everybody has a washing machine at home, everybody has a TV at home, but now the question is, what is coming in future? What do I need to prepare my household for? And that's why people are so much interested in this IFA. We always have a lot of customer frequency, and yes, people like it.
You know what? This is, I don't know, I think it's like my 10th IFA or so. Like at the beginning, I was just rushing through the halls from the south entrance, right, with all these home appliances, because it wasn't interested for me, right? And now those are the halls where I'm just telling and recommending them. So you know what, if you want to see some disruptive technology, some technology that will change your everyday life, because you already have your smartphone, you might already have your smart TV, right? But now let's see how technology is going to invade your kitchen, it's going to invade your bathroom, your bedroom, and all of this, right? And just check it out. And what I love about this is also where you can see some very, very traditional brands now also making this transformation, a transformation that you guys were already doing for ages, right?
Right, as you say, because all people are having a smartphone. And now the question is, how do I connect this device, which I have always with me, to my devices? To my washing machine, to my heating at home, to my TV, to my music. Music, as you know, is one of the key usage of the smartphone. And also we are having nice products in the CE industry with connected music, multi-room systems. So from that perspective, that's what people are interested in. They are looking for the latest trend. And at the end, for us important, we have also our dealers. And now we make it accessible to the end customer, showing technology, and later they see the same in the store and they can purchase.
Yeah. So what would you say, what is the coolest thing so far that you are showcasing here in your hall? I mean, you should have a little bit of a feeling of, is it more that the audience over here is going after home appliances? Is TV still, I mean, you guys have this amazing, they're curved, they're huge, they're flat, they're thin, plus, once again, with your OLED technology, if you guys have the chance to check it out, right? Whether it's going to be at your retailer, whether you can join us over here at IFA, you know what? Just do that. Check out the color saturation of a nice, beautiful 4K OLED TV. Check out the viewing angles. Check out the brightness. It is like out of this world. So is this still something, that this is creating the wow factor, or is it something else?
Absolutely. I think you have put it in the right words, so that I couldn't have expressed it better. OLED technology is really something people should have a look at. So OLED is a new display technology. Everybody's talking about OLED. Correctly, it would be said OLED. LED is what the people knows from the past. O stands for organic LED, and this is a self-illuminating pixel. And this self-illuminating pixel means it can be switched off. And that is a basis for the next step and next innovation in TV technology. If it's switched off, we have a perfect black. And this perfect black is a basis actually for having the most brilliant colors, the most perfect colors, the most natural colors people can see on TV. And that's something I can't express in words. People should see it at our booth. We have some specific areas with a black wall, black TV, and this black basis, and then the colors, it's really marvelous.
Actually, black is a really, really good key point and keyword for this, because a lot of people are underestimating how important black is. And if you compare this to a traditional LCD display, you think, you know what they sold me as black has never been black before if you compare this to an OLED, right? It is just absolutely, especially, if you're watching the intro sequence of Star Wars, you know why you want to have an OLED TV.
Absolutely right. The eyes from a human being, they are very failure tolerant. So basically, they are accepting kind of compromises in terms of color, in terms of gray. But if you Google a so-called Barthelson-Brenneman effect, you will see there is a nice picture. There are different gray shades in the background, and then you have always the same white colors in the front, and you see the eye all of a sudden sees the same white area with different colors depending on the background. And that's how TV is working. TV is giving us a certain impression about a picture, which we know from the nature, but because of the background is not as is in the nature, it's a kind of fade or a little different, the colors are looking different. And that's what OLED changes in future. This is a new technology, and based on that technology, the picture quality will kind of really have a revolutionary development. Since this year, we are also able to deliver 4K OLED. We have OLED in the market since about 1.5, 2 years. 2K, but now we have 4K, and this is I never seen a picture like this, and all the press, all the testing, they are really saying the best picture ever they have seen on TV.
Just to make sure, if you guys have any questions towards Herbert and of course their portfolio and the products, feel free to ask them in the chat. Just some statements here. Oliver is saying, great platforms. Most of my displays in my house are displays, TVs are from LG. Absolutely love them. And another one is saying, Hannes is saying, next one will be an LG OLED TV as soon as the price dropped below 3,000 euros, I guess for the 4K, right? And then you're gonna get a good one, trust me. So we're getting quite some feedback on this, and if you have, once again, any questions, please let us know. So the OLED technology, we're just quite interested because right now we mainly see them in TVs. We have them on your smartphones and on some tablets. But you mentioned already you're talking to the automotive industry, right, to work on this, to get them into kind of embedded into the interior of a car for the dashboard and for whatnot. But OLED, is this also something that you're looking into to integrate into your home appliances? Could it be a part of a little screen in a fridge, in a washing machine? I mean,
basically, yes. The answer it can only be yes. OLED as a technology has infinite possibilities to be integrated. One of the key advantages is OLED has everything in one layer. So I have seen technology samples where OLED is just a thin film technology. You can put it at your wall like a foil.
Right.
You almost see no depths, and you can bend it somewhat around the corner. So like as I said, in the car where you always have curves, you never have straight plain areas, and all this kind of how to say, geometries or also design areas can be now explored by the new panel technology.
We saw it already with your first LG the G Flex smartphone, so flexible OLED display. And this is a question that Oliver was asking in the chat right now, if you're going to see this in smartphones. Yes, LG is using OLED displays already in smartphone, also with the new the G4, even the G3, even the G2. Was using an OLED display, so it's around. And once again, when you look at the reviews that we did on from the G2, G3 to the G4 line, when we're talking about the display, that those are one of the best ones that are available on the market, and just shows you what a fundamental technology can do to to a whole product line, not only a product line that is in one category, whether it's smartphones or tablets, but also, like you said, it's on TVs, it's going to get into cars, it's going to get onto everything, because it is such a versatile technology that you developed over there.
Absolutely. But coming back to the TV, I think the most impressive, now we're talking about technology, about utilization of technology. I think at the end, consumers are not purchasing a product because of technology. Some might be because this is technology nerd, but most people are buying a product because they are looking for the advantages. And that's something where I believe we have to emphasize again, this picture quality, this infinity contrast, and the enormous speed because of the short reaction time of the pixel. We are going down to 1/1000th of a second reaction time. So that makes this technology the future technology for TV, for the high-end TV, and later coming down also, because you have raised the question about price point. We are close to that already now with the introduction of our latest product, and the new one will go beyond this kind of price point, and therefore it will be accessible for mainstream purchases in the TV area.
Yeah. So one question in the chat again. about HDR and OLED. Just to make that crystal clear, well, HDR is an post-processing technology for images. So there's a camera shooting at least two images with different brightness layers and with different exposures, and then just combining the best of it. Of course, each and every OLED TV can show you this image, right? It's just basically what's getting out of there, and how the image that you just shot, the picture, will just show up. So has nothing to do with the OLED technology at all. But just to clear that up, yeah, well. Unfortunately, I don't have an OLED display on my laptop. Well, it's also not an LG laptop. I'm sorry, but one of the OEMs that is using an OLED technology. I'm pretty sure that this is the only LCD that I'm using. Besides that, I'm also only using OLED displays, especially on my smartphones. I have a G4. Okay, I don't have a smartwatch on me right now, but you also, yeah. That is an OLED display on your G-Watch R here. I have an Urbane with me, so okay. I even have a smartwatch with an OLED display. But the first time I saw an OLED display, I seriously said, you know what? I can never go back anymore. That's it. It is on a different level. As soon as you drank the Kool-Aid of the color saturation and also of the viewing angles and everything and the brightness of it, that was just pretty amazing, and I'm really loving it. Besides that, let's talk a little bit about home appliances, Herbert. When it comes to the smart home, to the smart kitchen, to, I don't know, the smart bathroom, is there anything new that LG is announcing? Actually, I told Ken, do you have some new washing machines? Because I'm on the road for the last 2 weeks, so I'm just going to come over and do a live review over there, bring some laundry with me.
We are one of the main suppliers of wash dryers. So that's something, a combination of washing machine and dryers. Yeah. That's where LG is specifically strong in. And yes, that's something where we have nice products, new products. Still home appliance, connectivity is one of the very new parts, but one of the main parts, which is the customer benefit, is efficiency, currency consumption, 8++ class, and so forth. And here we are kind of leading. We have a lot of different technology in terms of making main washing, main laundry processes very short, below 1 hour. Yeah. So that are the things which we are talking about.
You know what? And this is going to be our next frontier, because we are moving offices by the end of the year. And what we're going to do is we're actually combining an office with an apartment, because we truly believe that, well, it's not about believing, it's about knowing, and everyone should know that. There will be so many interesting devices and products coming out into this home appliances market that we just need to make sure that we have a bathroom available, a living room, and a kitchen and a bedroom where we can film and where we can do reviews and where we can review products. And especially, wash dryers, that sounds amazing. I love that, right? Because I still have a top loader, and it's actually on my balcony. Because that's very typical in Taiwan. Right? You have a washing machine on your balcony, and actually it broke like about a year ago, and I was just so lazy to get a new one that I'm just always going to the laundromat, right, just around the corner. But we're working on this, and we'll try out some new products there. Do you have the chance to actually walk the show floor here at IFA, just to walk through the halls a little bit, or do they lock you up on your hall 18?
Typically for sales, the agenda is, the first 3-4 days completely busy, completely scheduled every minute. But the last 2 days, I might get a chance to see some other products.
Which is always good, right? Just to spy a little bit around what other competitors doing. And
we're we're getting all this information on paperwork. I know all the products specification, but seeing the design and all the things is really you know,
and
you get a better,
touching them,
right,
see the build quality,
you are
how
more
they
really solid in talking about it rather than just have the Excel or PowerPoint presentation.
No, I totally agree with you. They won't let me out here until tomorrow, but I have to go to Frankfurt tomorrow for half a day. But on Tuesday, you know what? I will just hit the show floor. I won't do any video or whatnot. I will take some pictures of some interesting products, but I also want to see how the halls look like, how the theme is of the different companies. It also gives you a little bit of an idea about how they position themselves.
Absolutely, that is a story. You know, products is one thing, but the story a vendor wants to address to the end customer. That's a very interesting thing. Yeah,
I want to see colors, right? What is their position right now, and how they combine those different products? Because once again, I mean, IFA is a very, very unique show, and you guys been here for years.
Absolutely. I don't know exactly, but as you say, for years LG is here and always representing with a big booth.
Herbert, thank you so much for joining us here in our TechLounge studio, and I hope you have a not so stressful Sunday, because usually the Sundays here are packed.
You know,
you're gonna love it.
I love fairs, and I love to be here, so it's no stress.
Fantastic.
Thank you for having me.
That is the attitude that we need, guys. We're gonna have a little break right now, and then we're gonna switch over to Nicole, because she's about to do our live booth tour. We're here in Hall 16. Pretty cool booth that Intel set up again, and she has a camera with her, and she's going to show you around. Give us, let's say, some 3 to 5 minutes to set everything up, and then we're going to be back. I will stay here in the studio. If you have any questions, I will try to answer them. So bear with us, and I'll see you in a bit.